Yogs cast. Hello? Hi? Hello! Hi, chat. Oh my gosh, I can finally do this. Wow. Share. Oh my god, 84 months? That's so crazy. Wow. Anywho. Hello, Yogs. Hello, hello, hello. I'm joined by Fral and Garg today, and we're doing some chill Phasmo, because I haven't played it in a hot minute, and I really, really want to, and...
What is this game?
I know,
don't
it's been
remember
so long, right? It's...
Oh, do you remember how to play this game, please?
It'll all come back to you, don't worry.
Like riding a bicycle.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Well, you can't ride a bike.
Full. It could be ghost bait.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I put stuff in. Is this all my stuff?
Probably.
Yes, it is. It's color coded, so yeah, it shows all your stuff. Yeah. It looks all correct to me. Probably some of it needs to be upgraded in terms of tier.
Oh yeah, okay. So crucifix is on level 2.
You got some tier 2.
Yeah, there's still some tier 2.
Anything you can go to 3, go to 3.
I think it's all on 3, yeah.
Incense, headgear, crucifix.
Yeah, incense, crucifix, headgear is the only thing.
You got firelights?
Firelights?
Sanity meds?
Sanity meds.
I think you need to adjust your loadout.
You might be so right.
Would be all. Just a couple of things are still 2.
Ah, yeah, I see it now. Fixed?
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
We did it. Okay. Let's do this! Oh, it feels so good already to be back. It feels good. Oh, Willow Street as well? Car, thank you so much for tier 3 for 59 months!
Just a reminder, you can take a lighter with you as an additional item.
Oh, yeah!
You can?
You can. Only a lighter.
What's the key for
It's like
it?
a secret 4th slot for...
I completely forgot about
lighter.
this. I'm so happy. 2 spoopy, 5 me. Hey, Rodney. We getting hella spoopy up in here. Oh, I need to remember to log back into the bingo thing so that we can play bingo. Phasmo bingo. We don't have power on yet.
I'm in a nightmare.
Yeah, we are in nightmare.
Okay.
I need to listen for sounds anyway, you know?
Have they fixed the radio yet?
Yeah, it's never been a problem since then.
Oh, the arrows on the parabolic. Oh, my love. Brings a tear to the eye. Ooh, sorry. What? Hello?
I was back here somewhere.
Which door was that?
This one. This one. This door.
Hello?
Oh,
Is there a
you've probably not
ghost?
played since you can delete photos, right?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that! We can delete photos!
You can only delete 2, but yeah, if you mess it up, it's good.
We are so back. Oh my god, chill.
Have we got something?
We are literally in a cost of living crisis. Turning on the shower. May I speak to the dead?
Yes. If they want to
Where are
speak
you? How old are you? You free this Friday? Hey Alice, thank you so much for subscribing for 82 months. You're so right. The Diogen does know where you are at all times. It knows this because it knows where you aren't. So true, so true. Where are you? What do you want? Hello? Are we sure it's not the hallway? Hey, where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you far? Near, far?
Wherever you are.
Na, 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 na.
We haven't narrowed down where it is yet. Has someone got a thermo in?
No. Maybe this
You need a
ghost is
thermo.
sexist. Oh, the thermo's right
Just
here.
a reminder, thermos are gloriously overpowered these days at tier 3.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
Nope, it's just.
It was right in the corner! This little shit.
Well, I'm not seeing any orbs.
7.6. Hold on, let me check the whole way.
That's bad. Is that bad? Oh yeah, I'm screwed. We're all dead.
So Garg is dead? Okay, so...
Let's ignore the fact that I closed the door on guard.
You did what?
Survival of the fittest. He said he was dead, therefore he can be bait.
We did not get any information from that, did we?
We got it was fast. Unless there's a modifier.
I feel like that was just because the ghost saw us, though.
Could have been.
Oh, Garg, no! He's probably gone to work on dinner.
Probably.
We need to get dots. Should we,
We got dots in there, didn't we? Oh, it's not been put up.
No, it's not been put up.
Oh, we got. I brought fucking EMF with me. God damn it. I'm gonna take a smudge with me.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah.
It's writing in the book. Writing. I think, can we get the dots up in there just in case?
Yeah, I'm going in now.
What
I
would
just need to find the dots.
Well, it's not Faye. Surely not. That was never no, I don't think it's gonna be dots, but Lord of Mercy.
Well, I just tried to hunt me immediately.
Okay. This is not my city. I'm just gonna grab a smudge as well. I'm gonna come check that temperature because... Oh no, Garg.
Where is the dots?
Huh?
I don't see one in here.
3 degrees.
They brought one in.
It's by the garage.
Oh.
I think it's a demon.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say this right now, but I have a feeling it's a demon. There's something in my gut. There's something in my soul. There's something in my...
This hat? Well, that just burned through a crucifix, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the crucifixes is what's telling me it might be.
Yeah.
Because it's not a Diogen. We know that much. A Thay would have been so much faster,
No.
I feel like. A Moroi...
Violet, Ghostlight, and Treason.
Revenant was not fast enough. It's doing stuff with me in the room. Not throwing enough stuff for a poltergeist. I am genuinely leaning towards demon. That thing is eating
Doesn't
crucifixes like candy, like, you know. Kid with not a demon.
No?
Not a demon? Excusez-moi? What do you know that I don't? Hi. Speed? Blinking? Speed. Yes.
Yes.
Was it fast?
Was it?
Yes.
I thought it was fast.
So wait, okay,
But it's not rev
it wasn't.
fast.
Yeah, it wasn't Revenant fast. It wasn't Thay fast.
Was it
Thank you for 142.
No? Was it rev fast?
No.
Or was it Thay fast?
Yes. That was Thay fast? Oh, I guess we have been in the room.
We can do another hunt.
Did you put the dots
Let's
up?
confirm
oh,
it.
wait, yeah.
No,
You wanna go
'cause
in with
it
the
just
Thay?
tried to kill us again. I mean, I got off Smuds.
We could
I
just
take-
Gamba and get Garg back and then vibe.
Oh, do you want to leave or not?
Have a member
Leave.
of your
Okay,
team
leave.
escape. Yeah, I say we leave. Thay just sounds like danger.
I'm assuming Garg is like 90% joy as a Thay, so.
Welcome back. I'm prepared
I
to
thought I told you it was
Thay
fast.
Yeah, it was mega fast, but it wasn't Thay fast because, as you said,
We've
you've
been in the room.
and it
I
slowed
didn't even
down.
think about that. You're so right.
Yeah, practice, you see.
It's doing stuff in the with you in the room. Kinky. So true. So true. That's how you
Objects
know.
move 25. Jesus Christ.
Where was it
Interactions
moving
32.
objects?
The
I don't
only
know.
reason I didn't think it was a Moroi is because it hunted too early.
Yeah.
It also didn't talk to me. It was very quiet for Moroi.
Yeah.
You would.
Wow, wow, okay. Hi. This is what we get.
Sunny Meadow!
Yay!
Restricted.
What part of it? Right side.
Yeah. I like restricted. It's a good time. Yeah,
don't.
just a reminder, if anyone doesn't take thermo, having a thermo use is great because they're gloriously overpowered now.
Where do we
just
have?
need to press and hold it.
It's.
What
As
do
you
you
can
mean
see the
by right
camera.
side?
Right ring.
It'll change the camera, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever camera's now on, it should be there.
Oh, it's downstairs?
That's downstairs.
Left side. Oh, I don't want to do that.
The worst
Okay.
place. Good, great. So good to be back.
I mean, it could just be in here.
We need power on first.
Near, far. Hey, we have God room. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
Hee hee ha ha. Is there anybody out there?
I keep trying to press S the flashlight and it's screwing me over.
Why X?
I mean, F for flashlight is normal in like most games. It doesn't.
Oh, I thought you said X. Sorry.
That's why it's throwing me off. Because I've clearly been playing something that it's a different key.
No, it's actually not even F, it's Meadow.
It's not these rooms behind us.
Definitely not.
We've checked the temperature, right? Oh my gosh.
I'm checking, it's 9.8. 9.
I know what it is. Let's leave.
Oh,
You know how I know.
Oh, right. She's got, yeah, okay.
there's the thing. You heard it.
I am so happy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Back, I already hear it.
Oh my god. I'm so happy.
Only the second goes.
That's so back.
We are so back, baby! Oh, my favorite, my beloved. What if it was a mimic, though?
I mean,
If it
that's
was-
the gamble you take, isn't it?
I'll gamble on this. Come on, Banshee baby, get it circled. Let's
I'm
go.
fine with
Let's go, baby. Oh, I'm
It's
so
gonna be very
happy.
disappointing and very cool in a second.
I'm gonna be so sad if it's not. Come on. Yes!
Back. Like prepared.
Woo! Oh, yes! Why does the scream
beautiful.
not count as an ability?
So that's not the actual ability. The Banshee's ability is to roam to you.
I know, but I feel like it should. It totally should.
I think it should too, yeah. But I don't think the game can count multiple things as abilities. It's spaghetti code.
It's not that advanced.
True.
No.
Oh, that was so good. Oh, that felt so good. That was just...
Who's blue?
Me.
Oh, we got your stuff. Oh, head cams. Nice. Yay.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Good head cams. Look.
For Ridgeview.
Ridgeview,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
And prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. No report this time.
Let's
Be
see.
careful.
Oh,
We've already taken in that. I shall take in a dots.
oh, we are now proper back.
Oh, we are so back now. Hell yeah. Oh, it's so
Got
dark.
power? It's in the garage. Both power and the ghost.
How do you know that?
It ironically was playing with the power door.
Oh, where should I
got
put the
the
dots
EMF off it.
then?
Oh, that's a pain in the ass in this room. Good luck.
Yeah.
Remember, you can pause them as well.
Does that work?
I guess. Yeah, that works.
Oh. Neo Humo, thank you for 37 months.
That's not what we call it around these parts. Fingers.
Come.
There's also, there we go, someone got it. Look, I'm behind in times, okay? I will bring you up.
Oh! Oh my god, I think it's a mare! EMF, where is it? Where is it? Gimme.
It's in there. I dropped it on the floor.
No, it's
Okay.
not buzzing. I swear to god, it just turned that off. Why is it not buzzing though?
It's got no fingerprints on it.
What
Did it
the
turn
hell?
off power. Is it off the main power?
Okay, so it's not a it's not a gym then. Lame.
Did we bring a camera
Did we?
in?
It'll be on my.
Oh my gosh, stop throwing shit at me.
Ah! Orb.
Orb.
I hear
We
Mousie.
have orb.
We have orb. Is it a real orb?
Orb right in this corner. Wow. Who knows? Isn't that the question of the day?
Oh, got
Well, it can't be a
Banshee.
Hantu
Got Banshee
then.
on the floor. No. Obake or... Have we got crucifixes in here?
No
I
way.
put one down here. Can I check spirit box, please?
You may. I shall leave.
I'll get...
Are you here?
Stay in the house, remember.
Close. Where are you?
Oh, for Banshee.
Yeah.
I want to get the other crucifix as possible.
Hi, Whiskey. How you doing?
Okay. No spirit box. Are we sure there's no freeze? Jesus.
We can't get freezing.
We can.
If it's mimic, mimics
Ghost.
can still.
It's in the room somewhere. You need to go in.
I don't see it anywhere. Oh, it's...
What's the
It's
temps looking
behind
like?
the mannequin over there.
Firmly above 1.
Yeah.
Going under currently, so probably not a mimic.
Sir Toxlock over here.
Fingers.
Listen, homie, if you're gonna scream, scream, okay? Should we get the other crucifix?
I
Is it
will-
barricade?
I'm just
Got
gonna
one.
BRB from the van.
Hold on,
to
everyone.
one moment.
Well, if it's a banshee,
gonna
we
get
need
some more
everyone
stuff.
in, so.
Yeah.
It won't be long. Just serve the kids the pizza.
Yeah, no worries. We can hold out a minute. The
is
dot-
there space for-
Or the orb is still there for sure. Okay, so we want the other crucifix.
Yeah.
We.
And it's got space, I guess, as much.
That's actually a really good shout. I can't pick one up because I'm holding the parabolic. We have.
Got a motion detector already. Just want to drop out.
Okay, true. Actually, good shout. Although, I do feel like if it's an Obake, we should have the other UV in there.
That'd be a good idea.
We need to check surfaces. Oh my gosh, the end of the summer, these... The bugs are trying to escape. They
Okay.
sense the cold.
But you got like a... Let's see.
I'm
The
coming in for a
outside.
sec.
Not escape like a jail you have set up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I've definitely gone insane.
I don't think you're insane, don't worry. Okay, where does this crucifix go?
That one, the one already is at the front, so I'm assuming at the back.
Like that.
Oh, hello, dog.
I brought the other UV in, I don't know if that's helpful at all.
Yeah. We can set them up. I guess we'll be able to hear if anything gets touched.
Yeah. Why is the voice behind me?
Hello. Dogs.
Be roaming to you.
Yeah, move.
It better not be.
I mean, there is another easy way to tell if it's a banshee or not. One sec.
How dare you?
Just force a hunt. Have we found the toy? No.
Oh no, we haven't. Haven't even thought to look. Are you gonna put that near me?
Okay.
Am I just gonna stand here?
Yes. So if we are here, if the banshee roams to, so this is quite a far distance for the ghost to roam. If any of these go off, then that's pretty sus.
Okay.
Mm.
I shall also listen.
If it hunts, I can do a couple of loops and see if it's no barking.
It just
Let's
opened up a
hear
locker.
something.
It opened up a locker.
Confirms it's still in there, so that's good.
Okay, good. Mm. Lots of creaking. We love that. Slay.
I'm just gonna hide behind here whilst I do a quick thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that next to us?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so that was in the room then. I heard the motion sensor in the room then.
And that's definitely not one of these ones.
Yeah. The light just blinked there. Hold.
Which one?
Hold. The little one on the table.
Okay.
Way over there.
I mean, that's not that far of a roam.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm hearing sounds, talking. Very interesting that it's not, like, screaming at me yet, you know? I know I got lucky with that banshee scream, but 1 in 3 each time.
Well, maybe it's not a banshee.
Hasn't roamed here yet.
No. Is it back? What I'm thinking of.
The ones... Wait. Why did the lights just flicker? Be so for real.
Not a hunt.
But now it's here.
Didn't. Go for me. Not. Oh, I'm dead. It's sped up. I'm dead. Goodbye.
I don't have a smudge, so I can't take a peek. And Garg is AFK. He's dead.
Oh god, did we learn anything?
I don't know. Unless Frau saw it before death. But...
Where did it start?
So, okay, hold on. Step outside real quick. Step outside. Hold on. Come here. Let me just run down what happened. Okay. So, here's what happened. We were in the, you know, the kitchen. And then suddenly the lights flickered. And then suddenly an event happened in the kitchen. Right? And then it started the hunt.
Ah. That's mean, Ghost. That's not playing by the rules.
So, I don't know if...
Naughty.
Frau saw it shapeshift. I think he would have called that out if it had. But that kind of leaves us in a pickle.
Yeah. Let me go turn the breaker on. We'll get another hunt and then we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna grab a smudge. Not a hunt, famous last words. Yep. The orb is still in that room, oddly enough.
Yeah. It's in the kitchen now.
It hasn't moved, but beep boop a couple of times.
Where do we hide if we can't hide here?
I tend to go either by the piano or if you go upstairs and round. Okay. Well, despite seemingly being... Oh, wait, no, this is Frau in here. That's less helpful. I just remembered that's the thing.
What the heck?
Oh,
Did we ever find a toy, by the way?
What the heck did you just throw?
it went flop.
What just happened? Nope. Nope. Where are you? Gross.
Return to monkey.
Oh god. Should I hide?
Just trying to think the best way around this. Because there's a couple of options. We need to determine which is going to be more helpful.
Are the options actually helpful, or wait?
I mean, they both lead into a hunt.
That
One's
was.
a bit more random.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the motion sensors that was right there. Hi. Or was that
I
you,
think it might be
Frau?
Frau walking through. Yeah, that's the problem. I have no way of telling if it's Ghost or Frau.
Shit. What do?
Alright, I'm gonna get ready for a hunt. Actually, no, I can't because we're trying to look for an Obaki. God damn it!
I think our best bet is to just listen and.
I wish
Listen
to
and
trap the
see.
ghost. It'll hunt in 1 minute from a random location. Because that wish, fat fingered. I don't have a smudge. I can't get a smudge. The yeah, that wish changes the ghost room.
I see.
Hello. Oh, there's an. Oh, okay. Yet another smudge for me. Yeah. Be careful. I don't know where it is.
Remember me. Remember me, chat. I'm gonna light my little candle. Life will be good.
Where you at, Ghost? Come on. It's no Barkley. It's no Barkley. It turned into a big fat fella.
So I figured since I hadn't gotten a scream yet, it probably was an Obake, but
Yeah, it's good to get the thing that tells you what it is, though. Frau, you good? Apart from the whole, mortal coil thing, yeah.
all right, Markham,
Shuffle
let's
off to
do
the other
it.
world.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
What was that a rip?
Little shape-shifting little bastard.
82 interactions.
I did see it swap, but I had no way of telling you.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
didn't really go back to the van either, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You're right. You were so right. It is like riding a bike.
Absolutely. It all comes flooding back.
I don't remember dying whilst riding a bike.
Well.
Yes, definitely. Oh, usually because of other people.
I see. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And dying is an inconvenience. Oh, God.
Where are
Okay.
we? Oh, good.
Hell.
Good. No, good. 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 Good.
Good.
Good. Just smile and wave. Oh, well.
I heard something.
Yep.
I got an EMF. Oh, do you have an EMF?
What? Yeah, okay, we get it. You're in here. Just chill.
Oi. Got EMF.
Oh lordy.
It's over here. He just touched this.
Touched a lot of things. EMF kicking off.
Oh,
Where
lordy.
Are you close?
Did not mean to cough into the mic. Sorry.
Cody. Can you respond?
And maybe they're shy.
Where are
Oh, it's so bright in here with the thingy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always turn it off whenever I'm entering the van. It's ridiculous. We have an orb!
Yay!
One up, please.
Oh, it's like putting my contacts in. Whoa, what did it just turn on?
Got already in it. Oh, that's the book. I need to go. Next to the
It immediately just.
I put a
goes
second
to
book out
salt.
here, just so you know.
Yeah.
I
Da
can't
da 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 da. Was that you touching that?
No.
Where's the thermometer?
In here.
Could you check out here? Check the thermometer, just right where I'm standing, please.
6.5, 4.6.
Okay.
What's
It
that
is.
compared to in the tent?
Yeah, compared to.
And it's going up. 6.6.
Is it possible it's now out
It's the
here?
same. Just out the cold out
Could be
here.
out here.
Did go through salt.
I'm gonna just take a step back. Why? Chill out. I don't want to answer your text. Who gave you this number?
No come to be found.
Aww. A ghost that washes their hands? What the heck?
How old are you? You here? You close? How old are you? Are you here? One blowout.
One blowout? Noted.
One blowout. Not a mare.
Not a mare. Okay.
Okay.
They do be
What's that
touching
door?
a lot of stuff.
We still haven't done
Ooh.
Have we got five?
It's done that.
Yeah.
this cameras.
Wait.
Okay. Okay.
What
Wow.
What on earth?
Bro, enough with the doors. If you're gonna touch it, make it sound like an actual door at least and make our life easy.
Broski.
Bro thinks he's cooking.
Oh, it's freezing. That. Oh, that's,
Oh.
that's not a great.
That is a list. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Do it again.
What?
Hi.
Is someone free to maybe get a couple more firelights out here?
I can. Where would you like them?
Soon, my child, soon.
I'm gonna be up at 5:30
Where?
tomorrow. It's very sad.
Absolutely grim. Anywhere nearby, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, spread them out.
9 hours of work. Oop,
Okay.
that
not
was
an
definitely
Oreo.
on. And
Not-
now we are
Not
on
an Oreo.
nature.
So, we are down to 2 danger fast ghosts and a normal ghost.
Viewing.
So the speed of the hunt is going to determine everything. Speed.
So
I'm gonna
fast
be
we give him
here.
hand to. Oh, behind.
No, not a hunt, not a hunt.
It might start from there though.
Having never played nor watched anyone play this game, what exactly is going on? So, we are at a location. We are looking for a ghost. Well, we're looking to figure out what the ghost is. We have all of these options. And we're narrowing it down based on the evidence that we find. Now, we play on Nightmare, which means that we're only going to get 2 out of the 3 evidence for a ghost. And so we have to rely on the
hide.
ghost's...
Why are we out?
Go to the hunt.
I like UA. Just normal speed.
That, yeah, that
Well,
did not sound fast.
maybe. But
It didn't sound slow
you've
either.
got to remember, campsites are a bit colder than usual. That could
Wouldn't
It would
it
have
have
been
been
fast for
zooming?
Hantu. Yeah.
No, because it like ambient temperatures on this map are sort of normal speed for Hantu. I could do with another hunt to see if it speeds
Okay.
up, to be honest.
Okay. We did smudge it because it did hit the corner.
Oh.
I shall wait and listen. Right, so yeah, we have to rely on...
Don't take too long now.
Well,
We have to rely on ghost behavior and, like, speed. It's definitely not a Revenant. Revenant would be pretty obvious.
Yuri. Yeah. It was definitely accelerating at me, so it shouldn't be a hand to.
Yeah.
Revenant would
This is
be
bullshit.
zooming.
It was
I mean,
touching that.
Revenant is obviously.
It was touching that like the door, you
Yeah.
know, so much as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Not a lot.
did you end up smudging it?
I did
Yes.
smudge it, yeah.
Okay, so that was the slowdown then.
gonna-
All right, yeah, hit it. Woo!
Very nice.
Give it the old chicken drumstick.
Oh,
Hell yeah! Ooh, I
See
just
what it
unlocked
has.
headgear.
nice.
Hell yeah, the good stuff.
I got the tier 3 incense.
Nice.
I need to buy that. I do need to buy that.
Oh my gosh, I hate how it
Any
tells
downside
me.
with the. Sorry.
I hate how it tells me to, like, how to do the thing every time, like the store and
It's only
loadout.
told me once.
I thought it stopped doing that. It doesn't do that to me anymore.
No.
Oh.
Do
Weird.
you want me to take out the incense so you can?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know how you do it individually, but
Don't worry, 1 second.
If you create a loadout with everything in it, and then just remove the incense, and then enable that loadout instead.
And then. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just take out the incense. Yep. Perfect.
We
then
did
I
it.
should be able to just add.
You need to enable that loadout as well, though.
At the bottom.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah. There you
The
go.
incense.
And now Frackling added incense.
Okay, cool. Do you ever try to capture or destroy the ghost? No. This one's purely just identify and survive, which is
There
honestly,
we go.
it's really relaxing, you know? There are games that are like that we have played. But there's something about
We've arrived.
just the joy.
Ridgeview!
For investigating. Whoever was here
Yeah, this
must
is.
have summoned the
It's
ghost
it's
with
more of a
curse.
puzzle game than a.
Investigate it.
Yes.
Ghost
This
hunting
is this
game.
is what I tell people, like, oh, it's so scary, it's so scary. But at the end of the day, it really is just kind of just a puzzle game. Kind of once you get past the fear. Whee! Downstairs, the power. You tell that to us scaredy cats. Hey, I used to be a scaredy cat. All right?
Still are sometimes.
True. So true.
The power is on.
Slime.
I'm second upstairs. Music box.
Any ghosts in the house? Any
No
ghosts?
temperature.
Oh, it just
Oh,
touched a
God.
doll.
Very bad. No.
I just got
What is that?
whispers.
This one.
Who the heck?
It's 15
Yeah.
degrees and 16 degrees in here.
Could be bleed from the other one. Want to check?
I heard something knock. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this window's. Any cum on the windows?
Do I have cum checker? Yep.
What door was that?
This one again.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna grab some
there's
stuff.
no one of those.
Alright. Camera.
Yeah, box.
Sorry.
is close to busting, apparently.
Okay.
He's been holding it for a long time.
Do you have a camera
I
set
love
up
that
in
spirit
there?
box response. No, I'm going to take one in.
What was he
The
saying?
cameraman. There's a spirit box response where the ghost says, it sounds like it says, close to busting. I can't unhear that.
Go piss, girl!
That is not what I wanted to take.
Hi, Nightjar.
No upflakes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Have we brought in salt?
No.
Okay, salt and that.
It just moved the fucking thermometer.
Wait, we already have any UV in. I'm gonna take that.
It's moved rooms.
It's moved rooms. Has it?
No, it hasn't. No, it went really high up.
It did go in here though.
Hold on.
Have we got a camera in here?
Hold on, I can't see for shit. Let me just... Oh my god, please, somebody.
Oh.
It's turned on the
Nice
sink
wait,
as well. We're in a cost of living crisis, please. I've only put one salt down. Let me put the others. Wait, what should I do with... Wait, this is a special salt. What do I do? Do I
Huh?
just put it all down?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, whisper in my ear, mama. Hello.
How many blowouts have we had? Just the one, or
One that I know about.
do we have anything?
We
The
have
spirit box.
Oh, of course, spirit box. I haven't marked it. Sorry.
Nice touch on the door.
That's 2 blowouts, 3 blowouts. Question mark. And then it hunts. Not at all sus.
Just walked through. No cum
It's
that I can
it's
see.
the radio on the other side, I think.
Oh, grim. I think I fucked up the light, the UV light, sorry. Enough of this. Oh, it's been throwing stuff in here. Dude, chill.
Has it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still cold here, so it might just be reaching through the room.
Yeah, I think it is.
What's other on your evidence? Ghost orb freezing, and it's not doing those.
Well, it's not a
Oh,
wraith.
it is! It's freezing. Freezing.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's
I
looking
mean.
sus.
Yeah. I see other ones.
Do we have both crucifixes in?
Yeah.
Would you like me to bring more firelight then?
No, we've got... actually, yeah, bring one in.
Is there anything else you'd like me to bring?
I think that's good. Just make check this up again.
There are no smudges. Like 0 smudges.
Yeah, we
Oh
got
wait,
the
because the incense,
one.
right? I'm stupid, sorry.
Not an Onryo, not an Onryo.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Sorry, we were discussing something.
Hi.
Wait for a hunt. We've removed crucifix.
Oh.
Did that out? Okay, we didn't move.
I think you've removed the crucifix. It's burning them out. If someone can retrieve, would be lovely.
Where are they?
At this point, it's pretty much down to Moroi twins.
Where is it?
Yeah. Moroi. You got hot hands.
Yeah, I do. I have really hot hands.
Get it. It just needs to hunt.
Shouldn't take too long. Not the way it is fucking going.
No. We do need. I do need to cleanse the area, so I'll try and smudge it during.
Oh, I wish I'd known. I could have done it while I was up there grabbing the crucifixes.
Did we ever find the toy?
It was a music box in the...
Yeah, music box.
Oh. Okay. Twins. It's slow. Danny is a slow piece of shit. Oh god, it's calling.
Yeah, that's slow.
Yeah, that's...
It's like that.
I can
Almost
still tell
certainly gotta
the
be
slow
twins.
twin, yeah.
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 Low twin's always been
Unless it's
pretty easier.
somehow our sanity's too low, but I doubt it considering how much it's tried to hunt.
Yeah.
It should easily be a
We've
twin.
been in the dark. And there's been no
Yeah,
orb.
our
I've been
sanity should be
checking constantly.
And but oh yeah, of course it needs orb, doesn't it? It can't be a Moroi. Twins, easy. Easy clap.
Wait, what does Moroi need?
Oh no, spirit box, sorry.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about
an
to
idiot.
say.
Yeah.
But wouldn't our
I
sanity be tanked?
saw Mimic and then
Yeah,
I
no.
saw Mimic in the journal and my head just made things up.
I was about to say, it wouldn't... If our sanity should pretty much be tanked at this point, and it's been trying to hunt, so...
Yeah, like it's burnt
Yeah.
through 4 crucifixes.
Yeah.
And all of these ghosts are 50% hunters, so we
It
should
should've been
notice the Moroi,
zooming.
but now it certainly shouldn't be slow. Yeah.
Alright.
No, it
Twinning
wouldn't
it
be
up.
that slow.
Twinning it up in the city.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Perfect investigation.
Hell yeah.
Money.
Okay. Okay. We're
Beautiful.
really getting into it.
We've not got any.
Willow! Say again?
Willow.
Haven't got anything wrong yet, so that's always good.
Why would you say that?
Mhm. We have had a few deaths.
Have to go to a summons here. Take a look. You may be able to use it.
You zooming out, Jesus.
Power is downstairs.
Mr. Azu?
Okay, we
Hello?
really are centered.
We have a Ouija.
Have
Luigi?
you actually turned the power on?
Ouija.
Luigi. Leave that. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Power is on.
Doing a little listen. Me out here trying not to cough.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Was that on you or
I
me?
think it might be here, guys.
You
No,
think?
It's right here.
I heard that one.
Yeah, that was a lot. There was a
Just a
lot.
hunch.
That was like right in my ears.
Not 100%, but it should be nearby. Unless there's shenanigans afoot.
I mean...
Can you speak in... No. Can't speak apparently.
Where's the camera? Nah, get snapped. Little baby fool.
8.8. 8. 8.8.
Could be the living room. Like it's.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Not sure.
Not sure, no.
Hold on.
It's a thermo zombie, I guess.
Let me just.
Oh, this fucking lightning's still going on. Jesus.
Lightning. Oh,
Yeah,
IRL.
Really bad lightning strikes today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had thunder yesterday, but didn't see
12.4. Definitely not in the living room.
I just get this huge flash to the side of me from the window.
I like lightning.
I like it when it's not near me.
Lord if I know. Someone else is welcome to check the temperature, but it's looking pretty samey in here and in the garage.
Yeah, that is weird.
Unless it's following us from somewhere else.
Well, that's what I mean. It could be some shenanigans.
Whispers over here.
Like-
Check this back
Why
room.
the
Check this back
room?
room. Check this back room.
You thermo zombieing.
3-9.
Here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, breath.
Yeah, you're all the shit in here.
Shall we attempt to contact the dead?
Still no upflakes.
Okay. Hey, howdy. How are you?
Put some stuff down. Sorry, I'll be out your hair. There you go.
Where are you? How old are you? What do Okay, slay. What do you want?
Man, a ghost that isn't sexist for once.
I know, a ghost that talks to me? Wow, hi, how old are you?
Oh, well. Okay. Goodbye. Oh, I think I know what it is, guys. I have a hunch.
It's a small inkling of...
I...
How you doing, Mousie? How you doing?
Well,
Must have bet there's going to be dots anytime soon. Or ghost writing
why is that
anytime
camera
soon.
fucked?
It's fine, what are you talking about? Have you never seen a bouncing camera?
Oh, is it bouncing for you? Oh, it's fine for me.
It is. I'm properly spouting out.
Go on, do a
no,
dots
it's fine.
ghost. You know, we know what it is, so I don't think... We
What
don't need to-
happened? So the Diogen can do this thing on the spirit box where it just like
It
gurgles.
does that awful breath.
That awful breath gurgle thing, whatever it is, down the mic of the spirit box. It's kind of yeah, that. And
you, Doc.
it's actually somewhat rare to get, and I just randomly happened to get it by fucking around and trying to ask how
You
old
have
they
to be
were.
within like 1 meter of the ghost.
Yeah, which is insane.
And obviously it needs to be a Diogen.
And the Diogen knows where you are.
At all times, because
all
it knows
times.
where you aren't.
Well, unless it's a mimic, I think we're good.
I'm not seeing any orange
There's no orange.
whatsoever.
Nope.
That's
send it.
so funny. Circle it, let's go. Oh my god, what are the odds?
We're getting all the voices, all the sound
I
interactions
know,
today.
right?
We're in an audio tour.
Incredible.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
I can't
Nice.
believe it actually
Ah.
did it.
You gotta love when the ghost tells on itself, don't you?
Yeah. It's my favorite thing. Thank you for sponsoring this hunt, Frau. Appreciate.
Oh, yep, you're welcome. Oh god.
Okay.
Free money.
Free money. We love to see it. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, good. Yeah.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Okay.
Where are we? Oh, okay.
Maple.
Go and take a closer look. Maybe using it will help your investigation.
Na, 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 na. How is it still so dark? So lame. Are there any ghosties? Any ghosties up in here? I hear some raccoons and squirrels. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Left foot, let's stop. Freeze. Everybody clap your hands.
Cabin upstairs. No.
On my way.
Did you just say no at me? Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want it to be there.
Well, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that is not how it works.
Can we just tell the ghost to leave? We can't be here. I mean, we can hope it's
Who are
there
you,
and turn all
Trump?
the lights on and flush it out.
Oh my god. I got a hypothesis.
Yeah, so am I. Garg, are you sure? Because we're getting like 18.1 up here.
Check it out in the bathroom at the back.
Ah, that would do it.
All I had was an EMF go off, so I just didn't know exactly where.
I'm gonna do a little listen. I just hear Frau walking around. Frau? Wait, what? Have we got any evidence? Jesus Christ, where's that?
You sure? Because I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hello.
I mean, all my other stuff's here.
It turned on a radio somewhere.
I'm not seeing any updates.
Where's the radio that it turned on? What radio has it turned on? Hey, John B. How are you? What? Is the radio off? No, it's still on. Oh, it's here. Fucking.
What do we need?
None of that. What have we got?
What did it just... Hang on. Oh, why is 2 thermos?
Because I brought one in as well. Hi, sorry.
Oh, right. I was like... I was very confused. Why is it not...
What evidence do we have?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, so nothing's in here. Right. Don't like me again, so...
It just knocked on the door.
We got a cum star. No?
It just knocked on the door. Do we have UV somewhere? How spooky are the spookums?
Just touched the door a lot. On my way. I've also got both crucifixes.
I would like to reach out my hand.
Unfortunately, I am asthmatic and can't walk very fast.
We all are.
I'm not asthmatic, but still can't walk very fast.
Any cum?
Definitely come, yeah.
Definitely cum?
You're mute, yeah, we're muted to each other.
What?
Why are you so muffled?
We sound muted. We're muffled. Oh, you sound muffled to me.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, it's a him
Hello?
problem. How's that?
There we go.
Okay.
Is that working?
There we go. Yeah, that sure is.
Oh, nice. Cum.
We got any crucifix? Oh, we do have a crucifix.
Yeah.
Dots,
power
dots,
coordinate.
dots.
Ah!
Oh, and dots.
So, not a Goryo.
Okay, Banshee or Phantom? That's interesting. Oh.
Right.
Got a Banshee test, I guess. Let's go all get smudges.
Parabolic is my city. So, is that, the porta potty, is that like a hiding spot? Do you hold the door for that?
Yes and yes.
It's fine.
Yeah, if it's not available, it's just locked.
There's definitely
Got
no
the
orb.
smudge.
Do we need anything
Look at
else?
how much
Incense,
space.
sanity,
Oh my God, so
incense.
Yeah, it can't be orb anymore. We've got dots, so.
Oh, right, yeah, duh, of course.
Right, we just gotta get it to hunt and then try to not die.
I like that plan.
That is a very good
I'll
plan.
bait it out first because if it's a phantom, I can.
Just see it, yeah.
warn
Don't,
people.
don't see it. Air assault. Oh.
Never tell when this fucking thing's hunting. There's power here. Where is this here? Power.
Where do we go? Where do we...
There's something around here. No.
I mean, you could hide there. There's no
Not
way.
really a good idea. I think we're hiding here, is there? Can we hide in the balcony?
No.
Not really. You can if you're lucky.
I consider myself very lucky. That's a bird.
Can you turn the faucet off? It's very loud.
Yeah, that's not a new burn, I don't think, is it?
How is that?
Angrier than
That's
I realised.
warm. Burned a lot.
Well, that's unfortunate. Garga's dead.
He shall be next.
Hello, Garg. Is it a phantom?
Oh, he's alive. No, he's dead.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Is it a phantom?
Yeah. Yes. You said yes.
It is. Okay.
Well.
Well,
Well. Well.
you haven't got that many photos, so there's not real much point doing the optionals.
You want to do optionals on this map? My God.
No.
No.
I said there's not much point doing it.
All right, mark your phantoms. Let's rock.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Yeehaw.
Okay, God, you can have it back now.
We should playing with Garg, yeah. Insane.
There's some jobs ready for you.
It's spawned out of my anus. There's nothing
I
to
heard
do.
it. I heard it. I heard it
no.
start the hunt, and I immediately heard you die, and I booked it. I just turned around and left.
You know what? It was bullshit because I went to move the crucifix nearer to the room to try and cover more area,
Oh no!
and I did that, and I went to the stairs, and it hunted like right in the corner where the top of the stairs is.
Oh!
Just evaporated me whilst I was there. I was like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's not good.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quickly. Give me
Yeah.
a
Good
moment.
shout.
The screens are busted because of the difficulty level. So because we're playing on Nightmare, you can't see the sanity and the activity level. So that's why they are busted.
Yeah. So we play on Nightmare. We don't have access to exactly what Frau just said, the sanity levels and the activity levels. It's basically just a lack of information. We also lack the third piece of evidence for the ghost, so we only get 2 pieces of evidence, which is why we sort of have to know the behaviors of the ghosts and like ghost hunt speeds, things like that. It really forces you into sort of a learning how to identify the ghost based off of their hidden traits. Sort of
You gotta be a
scenario.
ghost nerd.
A little bit, yeah. You learn it over time, but there's also resources that can help you learn it as well.
There's also a man called Garg, who very good at a resource to learn it
Garg
from.
also plays this game quite a bit. Alright, Frau. I think we can probably... Garg's already leveled up, or readied up, excuse me.
Cool, let's do it. It was bound to happen eventually.
I was, you
It
know
was
what
bound
the
to happen
worst thing
eventually.
is? I was literally thinking about it. What if we got prison just a second ago? Just a second ago.
It's your fault.
Yes, it's my fault. I will take that L. I will
Okay.
take that L.
Right,
Because I
I
feel...
am taking the others.
I'm
I
taking
am going full ghost finds.
I'm taking a flashlight just because... Well, no, we have the...
Yo.
Welcome to prison.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? I just told Frau, the worst thing is that literally 2 seconds before I hit the button, I was like, what if we got prison? In my head. Like, I was
Are you gonna take the other thermo, or shall I?
You can do it. I was thinking
Okay,
about
nice.
other things, like UV.
I mean, you've got your scoop,
I do.
presumably. Love a sound scoop. Need to get power on. I'm gonna run upstairs.
Is it A or B block that the power can be in? Which side is which?
A is left. Left, whatever helps you.
Thank you, Val. So the power's in A?
Warden's office.
Oh, cool. Slay.
It's up here.
Wait, you mean the ghost is up there or the power?
No, the power. Where's the power? Where's the power?
Someone be clear.
It's ready to go, Mousie?
I need you to be clear and tell me where the power is.
The power is, you know the tiny thin room outside the warden's office?
Yes, okay, that's fine. Because I was just making sure one of you wasn't in A block, because... Teehee.
No, sorry, we both got upstairs. I was explaining to Frau where, I don't think he knew it could be a...
Well, don't just stop doing things now. Oh, whoa, that was a clink. Wait, are you clinking over here?
Let's heard something towards B block.
Hold on, I keep hearing clinking.
Yeah, obvious, remember. Upstairs in B block.
Have we found it?
Upstairs being blocked.
Too much ambience noise. Ambience noise? Ambient noise, excuse me.
New term.
Girl takes a week off and suddenly can't speak.
You know which side it's on from? I think right as you walk it and...
Could just be up here.
Damn, Phasmo got an update. Oh, hell yeah.
It's on the left as you go up. Yeah, that's the same side as what it was.
Bro,
Ring spirit box, crucifix, and book.
Ish.
oh, it just touched one of the... Of course, as I throw that down... Ah, prison my mortal enemy. Right?
We've got fingerprints.
Come!
One thing down.
What are we... What, equipment are we missing?
I'm gonna do an equipment run. I'll be back in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Run. Run.
But it's not a hunter or Miley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the crucifix down.
Maybe between the two of us we can get what we need in.
I think so.
Yeah?
We got what? Polty. We can't really.
Writing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Demon. Okay.
Okay.
We need to give it things to throw.
You'll kill the spirit and collect its ID card stating its type for real, for real. On God? On God? Listen to this. Pro tip, say their name really loudly while standing in the open. And then throw an item at their head. You will kill the spirit and collect its ID card. Saying its type for real, for real.
May die indeed.
But
Sounds legit.
sounds so legit. Wait, what am I bringing in?
Spurned crucifix. I guess the main thing we need to do is smudge it. Easier said than done where it is, but...
Should I bring in the other crucifix? If it's eating them like candy.
Yes.
What else would you like? I have 2 hands.
Just make sure you've got a smudge and a lighter, I guess.
Sure thing. Oh my no, 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 no. There we go. Doobie doo boop doo. Gonna watch that door close behind me. Yep. Oh wait, it's prison. It's never gonna find me. Could literally just. Partay! They'll probably know what it is by the. Oh, whoops, meds. Hello. Hello. I should take those. Unts, 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 unts. Someone just died. I just died in your arms.
We have had unfortunate accidents, unfortunately.
Tragic. I heard them die.
And going back to the van, it doesn't look like you threw much, but Doug probably has a better idea.
Should we try and speak to the dead then, real quick? There was a
Yeah,
rumor.
let's do that.
There was a rumor when this game
Or
first
attempt
came
to
out.
escape.
Hold on. There was a rumor that when this came out, that it uses your mic all the time. You're talking to your friends, causes in-game noise. No, so there's a toggle. So you see at the bottom corner, and you hear that coughing sound. You can toggle your mic. Don't worry. Hi. Do you know what it is, dear? Yes. Is it a Pulty? No, it's a demon.
a demon.
Oh my gosh, a demon on prison? It feels like home.
Yeah, but this one hunted.
Oh, true. I still can't get over that.
Been years.
I know. Just running a prison game on solo, on professional, and a demon never hunted me. I didn't even get to take
the
my
lucky
stuff
stars for that
in.
one.
Demons are mega lethal, aren't they? Eh.
They're not mega lethal, but they can hunt at any point.
Sort of.
There's more dangerous ghosts.
They can just sort of... Isn't the hunting... Hold on, let's get... Mark your demons. Let's get the walking encyclopedia and...
Return the voice to Garg.
They are Engi, yes. Demons Engi, hunt anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's two things that make them a little bit spicy. One, most ghosts can hunt at 50% team sanity. They can obviously hunt at 70%.
That's the thing, I was thinking
The other
70.
thing is- Yeah, the other thing is they have an additional ability where they can hunt whenever the fuck. So you can walk straight in. I mean, do you remember that clip of you receiving a pizza?
Yes, yes.
And you've just gone in and gone upstairs and just died.
Yeah, yeah. And just me calmly
That's
hitting
what makes them
demon. It
dangerous.
was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
It just randomly ran into the room I was in, so I was screwed.
Yeah, I heard
It's
you
one of those in
die
prison.
even.
Yeah.
Did you smudge it or just not?
Did we even
No.
have smudge?
Yeah, I did smudge it.
Oh.
I went then hid, and it just came straight in, basically.
Yeah, okay.
It did not give a shit.
I don't have the... Hold on. I need to find my old... Where's my beloved... Hold on. I miss the Phasmo... No, that's Phasmo bingo card. What happened to my... the Phasmo cheat sheet? I've lost it somehow. Do we have that somewhere? Did we...
Oh, no.
I'm just grabbing it for you.
It's such a good resource. Thank you.
I put it in. I put it in the Discord.
Yeah, why don't I have that saved? Okay, I got it. Oh, it's so, yeah. Can hunt 60 seconds after being smudged instead of the standard 90. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. But its big baddie ability is it can hunt any sanity, because it's... it's a little angy. Didn't have a Snickers, you know.
I'd still rather a demon than a revenant, though.
Yep. Which is why I said, aren't they like, you know, they're not mega lethal compared to, yeah, Revy.
No.
Oh my god, baby's first ghost hunt! Yay!
Babies first!
Oh my god.
Confess into this.
Played a game yesterday where the ghost demon used its ability and hunted shortly after we found the ghost item, which was like maybe a minute into it, and I blame my friend for using it. There's an achievement you can get for getting killed like 60 seconds into the game.
We still definitely get scared occasionally.
Oh yeah. You and your crew still get scared, or is it average Tuesday? It's more just like getting scared because of like the jump scare of it, but not like fear. Once you start seeing this game as a puzzle game, it's Gucci.
Like when it hunts, it's not really like straight panic anymore. It's
No,
just
no.
hunt and get ready.
The most I get scared of is when it decides to hop up on my ass and like...
It's quite low in here.
I just stayed in
Ew.
arms tonight. Ooh, whispers right ahead of me. Whispers.
Okay, there's that room.
Whispers. Hey, little mum, when you whisper in your ear.
Yeah. Do the
Stay in here, yeah?
Yeah.
I just stayed. Oh, wrong button. Oh wait, I don't have this on.
Where are you?
The lights are on, my dude.
Fuck.
Let's try that again.
I always wanted that one. Are you here? Where are you?
Near,
Please attention. Why do
far,
you hunt this house?
wherever
You're a
you
nerd.
are. Say something or I'll keep singing.
Can you speak Portuguese? No. Useless. Can you speak Portuguese?
For me, it's like most of the time it's not scary anymore, but suddenly you're in an asylum, everyone is dead, and you only have a lighter to find the way. Oh my god, that is not a single unique experience, I swear. Like, that's just... Try that pro tip. I gave you some guy's Steam set, so it must be true. Oh yeah, for sure. Anne? Hello, Anne.
Right. I'm not seeing any upflips.
Ooh. It just jingled something. Ooh.
Door.
Door.
Under us. Got UV.
No come.
No cum. Oh, a ghost that tries, you know, that washes its hands. Why can't they be excited? Do we not have dots in here?
I'm just doing that now. I'm working on it.
I love it.
Goatzilla, have a good day, homie.
Better with
We love a hygienic ghost. Do we?
pause the damn thing.
I'm gonna do a bit of a boom switch.
Just died in your arms tonight. Where is hiding?
Garage?
Okay.
Garage, probably downstairs.
Stuck behind the kitchen counter normally works.
That sounds like a great way to die. Must have been something said.
Am I right in thinking we haven't got anything yet? Oh, I missed anything. You are correct. Bone idol ghost.
It's gonna be a shade.
You think? Don't come in here. I'm literally here. Chill.
Right, go down there.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Hey. Go on, girl. Give us nothing.
I think the trouble is, because the room's so small, it keeps roaming out of it, and it won't get cold enough to do a proper freezing check.
Should we put like salt down or something?
We have. It's used it all.
Oh.
So maybe we could do it, try to trap it in both sides.
Put salt on
more.
both doors. Like,
Put it on both sides.
so that it can stop walking out.
And then we've got a spare one.
Still no fingies? Still no cum?
Oh, nope.
Lame.
2. Are you watching? Have we got anyone on video cam?
Yep.
Okay, well, it just put
Definitely
out
to the blowout.
one blowout. Whispers right in front of me.
Immediately again.
Interesting. Trying to leave. You got the temp going.
There should be one in here. Yes, we got this. Okay.
Whispers. Okay. These boots are made for walking. Oh my god. Do something.
Hmm?
Oh, it could be garage, guys.
This whole time.
It's colder in
No,
garage
it
now.
definitely moved then.
Oh my god. I didn't do that right.
It just walked through the salt.
Still no up flake.
Where am I meant to put that?
I would put that here.
Okay.
Get a nice spread of the room.
Okay. I'll go get the other dots so we cover the other side as well.
That's a good shout, yeah.
Why is the camera like shaking? Oh wait, I fixed it. You good?
Yeah, I just did a week.
You can do a.
You did a what?
It touched the door, back in the corridor.
Where do I put this one?
Side, I guess. Someone else want to try
just
spirit box?
where the shovel is, I guess. Or that works.
That does work.
Love Phasmo. Hey.
Where are you?
Uh.
Can you say something? What are you? Why are you such a nerd? Why are you boring?
Hey, nerds rule the world.
Do something. You could at least like try and scare us. Are you here?
Why is it so cold here?
Can you say something? Where are you?
Where are you? Maybe the ghost is sexist. Do you want me to try?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where are you? How old are you?
Why am I not surprised?
I'm so sorry. What do you want?
You got the
You
video-
free next weekend?
video calendar?
In the corner here.
What's your calendar looking like? Anything? No? Okay. I'm confident. 5.9. 3.3. Besties. Be so for real. 2.3. 2.6.
One knob. One actual knob.
Hold on. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Are you here? Are you far? Wherever you are. How old are you? Ugh, lame.
They just throw the book.
Mayhaps. Yeah, 2.5. Do you like James?
Oh, there's another book.
Yeah, I brought another book in.
Right, it's not going to give us writing. We can stop looking for writing.
What the hell are you, Ghost? What is this? What is this bullshit?
Is it moved again? Yeah, it seems to be in another room again.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose it.
Right.
This fucking shade. I'm calling it now. This is a shade.
Didn't I say?
I mean, we said it pretty early on.
Freezing! Fucking finally!
Oh my god.
Shade is looking likely.
Isn't shade supposed to give writing though because of its little thing though?
No, it's not forced, but
It's not a forced.
I mean,
Okay.
that would mean it would have to be EMF if it's
Ugh. Both EMFs are in there. Can't be fucked with that.
Such a fucking shade. Oh my
Has to be a
God.
fucking shade after that. We go. I mean, we can get a hunt and make sure, but
Did we get 5?
I mean,
that was. Yeah, it's that's it's beeping now.
Oh, it's
With its own tone.
absolutely of shade. Let's fucking go. I'm so bored.
I'm
I'm gonna die of boredom and haunt this place and be so much more exciting at this rate. There's no good camera spots, right? Get me out of
Right,
here,
are we all gonna have-
please. Yes.
yep, shade.
The most boring ghost.
All done.
Wait, Gark?
Welcome back.
Just got the
What a
achievement for finding a
surprise.
shade.
A shade?
How many interactions did it do? 8. Each in 13.5 minutes. Amazing.
God damn. Why? Why must the shades? Ugh. Ah! Ah!
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before
I feel like I'm going deeper and deeper into the spiral of the loss of sanity.
Hit wind!
Ah.
And we
I
go
hate to hit.
into another level of hell. Known
I've
as
got
This is us.
thermal.
And it's snowing!
Oh, good. The
Oh,
thermal's
fucking worse.
useless.
Why did I even bring this?
Oh, this ain't good. Actually, it's game's 10.
Sorry?
It's here.
Oh, good.
That one doesn't have a pod. Okay, yeah, it's here. It's in here.
3.3. Excuse you.
Oh, hey.
Did I say you could turn that
Hey.
on?
There's a ghost here.
What? What do you mean there's a ghost here? Huh? This is so crazy. Oh, I forgot my lighter. Eclipse, thank you for 55 months. Very cool of you. I hope you're having a good day.
None of these down flakes are going up flake. Or north.
That's why we call it up, please.
I like that. Oh, really? Say less, bestie.
You have to get EMF 5.
Oh, yeah. What evidence do we have?
Do we have any?
Oh.
Where are you? They closed it.
Oh! Well,
Nothing as far as I know.
spirit box. Tired but doing well.
Oh.
Slide. Writing.
Jeez, okay, calm down, ghost.
I would.
Boy, Dio. Dio's on the board.
Shall I try to see if I can get lucky again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where are you? Where are you?
Behind.
Behind me! Oh, you naughty little vixen. What do you want? What do you want? Excuse me, I'm trying to have a private conversation here.
I'm just making a mess, and then I'll leave.
I guess. How old are you?
Oldie.
Oldie! We love a
The ghost says it's old, but watch it sprint like fucking Usain Bolt.
not a cougar. Oh, it's throwing. Wait, was that you throwing basketballs? What do you want?
me.
Attack left.
Sorry?
No.
Could you say that again?
I didn't have a camera.
Could you
Didn't know
repeat?
where one was.
You want you're hurting or you want to hurt? Listen, everyone, you know, being a dominatrix is a very honorable thing. Where are you?
Where's my camera? Where'd it go?
Okay.
Who's had it?
I don't know.
Where's
I'm
my
got
camera?
it.
Someone has.
It's in your
I see.
pile, my dude. It's literally here.
Oh.
Oh my god. God.
Where are you?
Elderly individual.
Yes, you're an elderly individual. We get it. Hello?
Don't move. I don't see it.
Where is it?
Hello?
Can't see anything.
Where
Right.
are you?
I-
The shadow ghost in there.
How old are you? What do you want? Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Could you chill out?
I think the answer is no.
Where are you? Where? How? What? Where? How? I die.
Budge, go. Okay, we're fine.
Holy shit, I live?
I saved your ass.
Oh, you so did. I'll never forget you.
Oh, there's a mirror right here.
Oh my god. What?
Ah.
Oh, she lives. I don't know what to do with herself with this newfangled life that she's been given.
Oh, I feel like I have a second chance at life. I'm gonna buy a boat.
Okay. But it didn't throw much.
No,
It's
it
clearly
really
not
No.
a deer or Moro,
Does
I don't think.
Anyone got a timer?
No, I
No,
didn't
I
think
don't
to.
have a timer.
I was so amazed with the
Oh, I'll
fact that I
just
was
sit in and-
alive. Whee. Whee. Oh, whoops. Uh. Get one of those. These lanterns seem so cool. Wait. Be so for real. Oh my god, chill. Hey! Broski's zooming. Not really throwing much. Yeah, dude's not throwing that much.
Bill's mare.
I'm between Polty and I'm between Spirit and Mare. I've got a fresh
That was
timer
not-
going.
You got a timer?
I don't think that was long enough for
Wait the
Spirit.
next one.
Well, we did all leave. Does that cancel it out or does it keep going?
No, it doesn't cancel it out. It felt like it hunted well before the 3 minutes, but I'll confirm.
Yeah.
on it.
Wait, if we get a hunt going and I stab myself, does it slow down?
Only if it's a Moroi, but I'm pretty sure it's not a Moroi.
No, it'd be
Should
way
I
more faster
test?
as more. You can test, but I don't think there's much need.
I mean, I have one on me, but for escape purposes rather than anything else. I have a plan that should determine what we got.
Can I still try and stab myself when it hunts and see? It just threw a
I mean,
bunny.
yeah.
I've always wanted to try it and see if it slows down.
It's a fun way of determining a Moroi. I've done it a few times. You get everyone to just take all the meds and it just... the speed just cuts off.
Bro's just out there, just
You're just chilling.
Right,
he's just
we're
watching.
in normal ghost range.
Okay, normal
Bye.
ghost. Who's venting?
What are you
over
doing
there?
over there?
Seeing?
Another shadow over at the
They
blue
lost
tent.
4.
Why is he over there? What a weirdo.
I'm starting to see the vision on the spirit thing. The
We stop venting for 2 minutes. It might try and hunt.
I'm seeing the vision.
What, like off of Marvel?
Oh, I wish. Isn't he? He's gonzo though. Tragic. Isn't he?
Can you really
Got
kill
the
a robot?
Theseus and all that. Look at him. Let him go.
Well, my pills did nothing.
Oh. Once Gorg is finished doing this, off he goes. It is very convenient this fence is anti-ghost proof.
I don't think it is fully ghost proof. I don't trust it. Which is why I'm keeping a little distance.
Can I It still had about 20 seconds left on my timer, but
Oh, really?
That's good.
Well, I
Good.
stabbed myself in the middle of that hunt and it did not.
No.
So
I mean,
definitely.
Mare feels like the luckiest
Feels Mare.
candidate. I'm not confident, but it's the best I got.
Hmm.
Excuse to get out of Woodwind, right?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah!
definitely.
Everyone mark 'em, let's rock and roll!
Hey, camping.
Glamping, maybe.
Welcome back. Our
Easy.
first ready for you.
Wow, look at you.
Beautiful.
Absolutely brilliant.
91 interactions!
Jesus.
It was a busy boy.
It was interacting like it had places to be, things to do. When all else fails, piss it off. That's my motto. Pissing on ghosts? Go piss, girl.
A farmhouse, yeah.
Check the equipment
First farmhouse, yeah.
before
Who
investigating.
is
I'm looking forward to the
thermoing?
rework on the two.
Timer.
Oh, is that still
shall-
coming?
That's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah! Oh, fog.
Do we have a date on that? Yes.
I mean, they're probably
You
working.
heard me.
They're probably working on getting the console stuff going. We have cards.
oh yeah. Does that sound like we're playing with some cards?
Might do, maybe, maybe.
Now or after? At least find where it is first, I guess.
Um,
Upstairs, haven't got a camera though. I'm coming with camera. It's in lawn.
any ghosty whispers.
Where to?
There were too many people moving around. I couldn't quite tell, but I'm on the second floor.
I think I found it. It's back from
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was you back here that was making noise because I saw you walking around.
Yeah. 3.3.
Just let me
Nobody's
check
made
the-
any interactions yet.
Oh, is laundry actually available for hiding? Yeah.
Go on then.
Where are you? What do you want?
It's risky though, because it's going to see you walk straight into that room.
Are you in?
It's whispering right next to the
Like
door.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh yeah,
It was whispering right there.
Not getting anything on it. I'm just double checking temp. Yeah, still 6 degrees in here. Hello.
Whispering. Hello, hello, hello.
5.
That's,
5. No fingies.
no upflake.
That's a straight up 5 right there. Did you put in crucifix in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab things. What should I bring in?
Another book would be good.
On it. Oh, it's so bright in here. If I do a little bigger, I can cover that room. Anything else besides the book?
Yeah, the crucifix. Yeah, that as well.
Sorry, I got the crucifix. What else?
Oh,
Okay, on my way. A pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes. We all.
like I said, interesting, not a ghost, like you game.
Hello?
Oh.
Chrissy! Oh wait, it's not gonna be my favorite, so why am I bothering? Oh wait, Myling's on the table still. Duh. Where are you?
4.1.9.
Where are you, Ghosty? Speaketh to me through the parabolic. Hey!
I like that door, doesn't it?
Can we get more salt?
Sure.
Because
You
that,
don't get
that
more
was
salt.
all a bit sus.
A little salt in this trying time. Ooh. Do you want both salt?
Please. Let's scatter around the room. Box. Yeah, what thing it is. Try spirit box, someone else should probably try it.
Wait, is it Spirit Box?
No, not a wraith. Not a wraith, okay.
Did we get Spirit Box?
It's not spirit box.
Oh, okay. But definitely not a Wraith. Here
Not
we
a
go.
Wraith. Sorry, it evented whilst you were getting the salt. So.
Hey, Whisper Boy, Girly, whoever.
Is there a spirit box in here?
Yeah. One here.
It's pitch black down here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, like gear.
Are you here? Are you close?
Yeah, like that, did he?
No.
Hang on. Wait a sec.
Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Oh, don't touch me, you know.
With the door closed, it's not a good sign. It's not good.
I like how the photos have 3 stars, but you can't see anything in them.
Oh,
Shush! What the heck?
I have
Okay.
an idea.
It just threw this fucking mug at me.
I'm going to the van. I'll be back
It
soon.
doesn't like gear, does it?
Ah!
Why is it eventing here?
Get off me.
What the heck? Cam, thank you for 53 months! And Hanar gifting 5 subs, what the heck? Noob, Terminator, Dr. Price, Xavier, Giovanni, Tokas, and Electronic, you've been gifted a sub via Hanar. That's so generous of you. And Cam,
Good
once
dots,
again,
those.
thank you. Oh, you think?
Maybe. It hasn't really moved out of there.
What, Gorio, maybe?
And it's not giving us another evidence.
What the fuck?
When it's one evidence in a dream, it's Gorio's my
Normally-
usual suspect.
Yeah.
Just gotta give it a second, right? Because it was just evented on the stairs, so it gotta go back to its room, right?
Yeah, it's going to take a while to get back up.
It did just boot the
Yeah.
sound sensor, motion sensor, so it could be in the area.
Ghosts in your area?
What else have we tried on evidence? We've tried. There's no UV. There's no
Spirit
upflake.
box.
There's no spirit box.
Books. Oh, in
So-
there.
Done a lot of freezing. Book will hear.
I've been
Box
doing
will
freezing for a
see.
while. It got close to freezing, but no freeze.
How close?
1.1.
Okay.
Hmm.
So as long as it wasn't below 1.
No, yeah, it wasn't below that.
I don't know why they have it like that when they can. There it is. See ya.
Got on camera.
So we can get a hunt to I mean, Raiju and Oni are confirmable during a hunt. Oh my god, it's carrying on. Jeez.
Vibes, vibes,
I
vibes.
could probably.
Do you want me to
We
just
just say about
watch it
playing
from...
with cards.
Do you want me to watch for Oni?
I want to play with. You can do. Let me get a camera at the top of the stairs.
Ooh, yes, please. He's strutting.
And that should also. We should also hear it zoom in that way as well.
Yeah.
I've got my
Maybe a sound
mic in
sensor?
there, yeah.
Just
If you want to take
cards
another
with
one.
That's big enough. We'll hear it from that.
I'm very excited.
Oh, we got the cards after.
Huh?
Cards.
Cards, yeah. Thank you.
Did it
Now
burn a
we wait.
crucifix?
It did burn a crucifix, yes.
I did it right as I turned the light off, and there was no click. I didn't hear it. I don't know what's going on.
Just threw something. Alright, I'm ready and watching the cameras. So it's gonna be...
Oh, I've just got a stun. This is. I'll keep.
Here we go.
Why are you... Oh my god. Be so
you.
for real!
Dark.
It's up in the attic.
No, it's downstairs.
No, I watched it walk up. There it goes. See?
Yeah. Off it goes.
Right out of my vision.
They come back. Oh? Oh?
Is that hyper visible? No, that looks...
Pretty visible. I don't know. Only visible, but
I don't... Hold on.
Sounds like a Gorio to me.
Hee 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 hee. Maybe Oni. Whoa, what the heck? What is this new thing about the Diogen blink?
what?
Apparently Diogens blink a certain way,
No.
according to the guide.
There, look.
What does it say?
Deogen would be more visible during a hunt, apparently. But I mean, Deogen's pretty fucking obvious, isn't it? I'm a little bit torn on... I feel like it was normal, but at the same time it's been a hot minute.
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of...
If you go to hunts and flickering... So if
Yeah.
you go to guides, hunts, and then click on flickering where it shows you the types of flickering, there's now suddenly...
Oh, yeah. It could be Oni. Let me go back in. And
This
let
is
John watch
why
it,
I'm
'cause-
so like uncertain, because it's been so
I'm-
long.
At the bottom.
It didn't look like an Oni to me. Oni's a... It always feels to me like every time I get an Oni, I'm like, ah, yeah, it's really obvious. Like if I find
Yeah.
myself doubting whether or not it is an Oni, I normally just go, it probably isn't.
You're probably right, honestly. Frau, we're pretty confident it's probably a Goryo.
Okay.
Definitely not a Raiju, we know that. And at worst, we're at 50-50.
Yeah. This might be our first wrong one of the day. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's do it. Mark it. Let's rock. If it ends up being an Oni, so
No.
be it.
You're not doing cards?
No. I think we're
I
calling
was
it.
already doing cards.
Were you?
Yeah, that's why we,
Yeah,
how we
so
got
I've
home.
got
That's
that.
why we were watching.
Oh. I thought we were just waiting for a random one.
I mean, I did ask if anyone wanted to come in and play cards with me, and then no one
That
did,
kept
so I
turning
just
around
did
and
it.
wondering
didn't
why
hear
Frau
you.
was there with me. I was like, okay, Frau's just gonna stand here with me, I
I
guess.
mean,
Didn't
you
hear
could
you say
ignore
that.
me. I can't help you.
Can't believe it.
Alright,
Cards without me.
I'm hitting the button now.
This guy.
This guy!
Oh,
This
how
guy,
is
you
it?
just strutted in there, can take all the cards for yourself.
Oh,
Pulling cards by yourself,
this-
darling. Alright, yeah.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Goyo! I hate them. They suck.
You.
At least they actually show on the camera now instead of never.
Oh god, I remember how bad that was.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Ugh. Who's like the big problematic ghost now?
Probably still Shades, honestly. Shades and
Ugh.
Gorios and Yureis are... Yureis just have nothing going for them unless you get a door.
Hey,
Otherwise, they're just nothing ghosts.
how do you think the Ure feels about that, huh? Huh? They're out there trying their best, okay?
Their best
Sometimes
is
the
terrible.
best is not
They
enough.
should feel bad.
Oh, come on!
Okay, well, we deserve that, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like...
That was enough.
Okay.
Immediate karma.
Okay. I do love it.
Oh, I forgot my little... Immediate karma. Deserved. We have the little lockers in the first room. Where is everyone right now?
I'm going towards the top end for power. Second there. I'm heading to A for check for power. Power is not at A.
I swear I just heard something get thrown, but
Power's in the water's office. It is on.
You in here, darling? You throwing things around? It's okay, don't be shy now. You around here, buddy? I swear I just heard you. But maybe I'm hallucinating and you're just... upstairs. Right above, like, me-ish. I'm going.
Great.
You that room or are you over here? Is it the office? Did we turn on this light?
Yeah. No, it's in here.
Al, did you turn on these office lights? No. Okay, it's 100% here then.
Out the door.
Bro? Ain't no
Yeah,
come.
2.2 degrees. Yeah. Okay.
Go run and get stuff.
Who might be the and friends today? Well, we have Frau in blue over there, and then we have Garg, who's currently running downstairs. They happen to both stream, by the way. So if you would want to check them out, please do. It's always great to have so many wonderful people play with me each week. I'm very, very lucky to have so many great friends. And it's always a good time. We always have so much fun. So yeah. Right about there. Okay.
What toy do we have? Ouija board. Ooh.
Oh, we could use that to find the bone. We can go to the bone zone.
Well, let's see if we get anywhere near it, but...
Still no come.
I'm gonna take a sweep through with the gobby.
Yeah, no worries.
Not seeing anything. There's EMF going on off the other side. What? You got UV?
I've been checking it constantly. There's no UV.
Are you here?
Oh,
Oh, that was Psycho. Hello, sir.
Last spirit.
hey.
We got books in here.
I've put one down.
Where's it?
3,
Here.
2, 1.
Alright.
It is getting colder. Oh, throwing stuff at people. That's just rude.
Yeah.
1.5. 1.1.
Who?
Oh, come on now. Don't be shy. 1.3. You gonna go a little lower?
Oh, can you get the other dots? This will go.
You gonna limbo with me?
Yeah, I was planning to anyway.
Here, I'll get low too.
Awesome.
How low can you go? How low can you go? You can just keep holding it down and it'll update the temperature. Solix, I could kiss you.
What's hurts to get thrown?
So many hours put into this game. And I did not realize. Was this maybe a recent thing that they updated then? Possibly.
To be fair, we never
An update or
used
two
tier.
ago.
Hey, Cammy.
It makes. This is why I'm saying the Phasmo's god tier again, because you can sort of thermo-zombie again once you've got the power on.
It's never dropping below 1 point.
Yeah.
Bro!
We got the picture.
Oh my god, it went to
Not there.
1.0 and then it did that.
Oh, it's EMF 4. Thank you.
Please.
Did you get the other book as well? Or?
Wait,
No, I didn't
what?
have room for the other book.
Is that downstairs?
No. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. You're so close, buddy. You've gotten so close multiple times. You know you want to drop it to freezing.
I mean, that's basically the room covered, right? If it's gonna be dark, we'll see it.
Is Goria is not on the board. Okay, we are safe for that.
Come on, buddy. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. Yeah, I think it might have been a recent buff. I don't remember being able to just hold it down and...
They rebalanced the tier 1 and tier 2 farmers.
Yeah.
Hell
People
yeah.
were just using people were using the tier 1 because it was better, which is incredibly silly.
I was one of those people.
We all were.
The old-fashioned is the best sometimes.
Right, what are you doing, Ghost? What's happening here?
Given.
Well,
Go on,
doing
girl.
shit.
Give us
No, it's not.
nothing.
I'm gonna get a smudge.
1.1. Oh, hello.
Do we have salt? Get salt if you can.
I get a smudge and salt. Okay.
It's gotten so close to freezing multiple times, but it's just not dropping. Come
I
on.
think you can probably conclude that it's not going to be freezing.
Ah, how
'Cause
dare
it'll
you?
go down to 1.0 and it won't go further.
You think?
Shouldn't do at this point. Yeah. Which is weird. Why make 1.0 the hard limit when 0.0 can be the hard limit, which makes more fucking sense? Oh, hello. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Do you mind?
Don't touching. No touching. Don't touch me.
I did not consent to this.
You oh? Interesting. Where's my camera?
On my way. Don't let the flicker in.
Nope.
It just appeared.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
Yeah. Come
Oh,
on,
that's
man.
fresh.
Stop eating the
That is
crucifix
the
like
yikes.
candy.
Oh, it does through the book.
Okay, well, that's that out.
I've got all the pathways with salt.
Sweet. So we'll be able to tell if there's a race at once.
We get it. You're not an Oni. Chill.
Not a race.
Salt.
Not a wraith. Wait, what?
Salt.
I hope it didn't see that. see what. When I scrolled the fuck. Oh my god, it's escaping my brain. What? What? How was I able to hide then?
Well, okay.
It just you were saying it was on me. What did you say, sorry?
What's up?
Oh my
Just wondering how
God.
me and Mousie didn't murdered.
Because I baited it.
Wow.
Yeah, I just took it for a jog downstairs. It was great.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear it at all. I was like wondering where the heck it went.
Same.
Yeah, to me.
The deer.
Two
knows
deers,
where
we
you
truly are blessed.
Is that our swan song?
Swan of the song? It is.
Yeah,
That is the last
let me-
one. We did it.
Let me see if I can escape. Oh. Oh. Nah, missed it.
Why would you want to escape to prison though?
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Yeah, boy. Perfect run.
We did a perfect
No,
run.
Near perfect.
No ghost.
It's not a perfect one, but
No, I mean all the
It
ghosts
wasn't a
that we
perfect,
guessed.
perfect, but
oh yeah,
got
yeah,
them
yeah.
all right.
We got
Yeah.
all the ghosts that we guessed today, correct?
Hell yeah,
Mousie
we did.
didn't die, which is sad.
I didn't
Considering
die.
it's been a
God.
while.
I haven't played in well over like a month or two, and I
Yeah.
didn't die. It is truly like riding a
Okay.
bike. This is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels good.
And there's
It-
more updates coming soon. The console update's coming next month.
I know.
Yeah.
I really
Is there anything
wanna...
outside
fun.
of just console?
We've obviously got the redesign of the thingy bob houses. There are some other things, but those are the clear next things that are coming out. So
Yeah.
fun, exciting,
Mhm.
looking forward to.
I'm excited to teach a bunch of my console friends how to play this game.
Hell yeah.
It's so
It'd be
good.
fun.
Do we know if it's going to be like cross-platform?
Yep.
It
Yeah,
is.
It's
I assume so.
It is fully planned in to be crossplay. There is an option in the menu now to allow crossplay, so it's clearly being built in with mine. So
Oh hell yeah. Let's go.
It's
All right. Sound off. Let's do it. Frau, go on.
cool. And yeah, I'm Frau. I stream at twitch.tv Falcon_. I do a lot of stupid shit. Satisfactory, Predecessor, Deadlock nowadays. And a bit of Final Fantasy when that's out.
Yeah, and Garg?
I'm Gargflaps, twitch.tv/Gargflaps. I play Phasmo, I play Lethal Company, I play whatever the mood fancies really. So all weird and wonderful shit. So
Woo! And you can find me over at twitch.tv/Mousie. I think a shout out was already just done in the chat. And I play Final Fantasy, horror games, and Played Up, and that's about it. That's what I do. So thank you. Do we have a dear sweet moderator around to send? Yes, hello Nightjar. Could you pick someone to send the lovely raid over to? But yes, thank
Oh,
you for
yeah,
hanging
Nightjar
out with
time.
us, everyone. It's been nice having you here to, play some Saturday Spookums. We'll hopefully be around next week as well for more spookiness. It'll be good. Thank you again, homies. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.